itself was deleted and only showed a 404 page. People tried to study the images and the repeated phrase to find patterns, but nothing came out of it. For years, the Yay Video Games incident stayed in people's minds as one of those strange internet moments that never got solved, but that finally changed when a Reddit user named SoLegitHS, who found the mystery, decided to look deeper using old archived posts. While doing this, they found a series of connections that led away from the one gaming thread and into a small group of strange, almost hidden subreddits. The key moment was discovering that Yay Video Games had posted in a tiny subreddit called r/cleanliness back in 2012. He made a post titled Magic that simply said, "I need some help, I would not use it evilly." It was just as confusing as his original meltdown, but this time it was in a nearly empty subreddit with no description, no banner, and a strange page title that said, "This is what?" The only moderator there was a user named No Substance Here. Looking through r/cleanliness showed scattered posts about bad sanitation, but hidden in those posts were comments by users who behaved in the same strange way as Yay Video Games. There was a weird conversation between the mod, another user called Not Sure How Big You Are, and a third user named Vinyl Record. Their comments were repetitive, odd, and sometimes included links, just like the old spam from Yay Video Games. Checking the accounts one by one showed they were not random strangers. They were strongly connected. The main account, No Substance Here, posted normal things about video games, but also repeated odd phrases like the interrogation room underwent some changes while you were away. He was linked to another user, Not Sure How Big You Are, and both showed up in obscure subreddits, where almost every user seemed to be the same person replying to themselves under different names, including Vinyl Record, who made endless vinyl jokes. As people compared their writing styles, posting times, and shared habits, it became clear that these weren't separate users. They were likely multiple accounts run by one person. That left the question of why he behaved this way. To find the answer, people looked at the account with the biggest post history, which was Not Sure How Big You Are. This user was extremely active for 8 years and had long discussions in places about medicine, big pharma, and drugs. Reading those posts showed that he had serious health problems and was taking many medications to deal with them. In one post asking for help finding housing, he said he lived in Melbourne, Australia, had chronic pain, took many strong medications, and was a former Jehovah's Witness. In other comments, he said he had chronic fatigue syndrome. He wrote that he had lost 6 years of his life to sickness. He explained that each step outside felt terrifying for him, that daily walks and lightweight lifting were possible only if he accepted hours of pain spent lying in bed. He said he could not feel pleasure at all, slept in tiny 2-hour chunks, and had restless legs for about 10 years. He wrote that a human waste to call himself a doctor had given him antipsychotic medicine when he was a teenager, which he believed caused the restless legs that never stopped. He also described back pain that felt like a constant mild flu and a body that always felt stiff. It became clear that this was not just someone trolling for fun. In another personal post, he answered a question about what strange beliefs he had as a Jehovah's Witness.